Morning, everybody. This CRN project is embedded within the Edith Cowan Institute for Education Research, and you can see we have two main staff members that have been appointed with CRN funding. My colleague, Dr. Khadija Ibrahim Didi, who's a postdoctoral fellow, and Dr. Susan Hill, who's a research advisor. Unfortunately, Susan can't be with us today. Our partners are Deakin University and the University of Melbourne. As with Donna's group, the main focus of our CRN research project is in fact capacity building. And that has three elements to it. One, in terms of building our capacity through developing advanced technologies and infrastructure. A second element is methodological advancement in terms of the way we capture and analyse and interpret video research data. And thirdly, capacity building in terms of increasing the proportion of research active staff within the School of Education more broadly. Well, why do we do research in this area? Well, the Graffin Institute released a report in 2007 and did very detailed economic analysis of all possible investments that governments could make. And they found that the highest return was investments in the skills of teachers. So that's why we do education research. And why do we do video? Well, there are long established research traditions and paradigms in education. As you'd imagine, with this university, we started teacher education in 1902 with the Claremont Teachers College. But video offers completely new affordances for classroom research. What it does is it offers us a capacity to connect the behaviour of teachers to the engagement and learning behaviours of children and track that through to learning outcomes. And it has that capacity because it offers a multimodal affordance. We can see the way that discourse, graphical or embodied representations are used to transact teaching and learning behaviours. Well, what activities have been involved in? We have an established ARC Discovery project working with Deakin University, the Free University of Berlin and two universities in Taiwan, where we're looking at the ways in which effective teachers create rich learning opportunities in different cultural settings. And that project has given us a context in which we can develop our technologies and our methodologies. And one of the most important of these is a way of reducing video data. So with a lot of work you do with interviews, we transcribe the discourse. With video, we need multimodal transcription. So we're transcribing both the talk, the graphical, the embodied, the gestural, and whatever images that teachers are using to capture the interest and engagement of children. And we've been working with software like Studio Code and Artichoke to help us with these sorts of analyses. We've established research facilities with university funding at Roseworth Primary School and Ashdale Secondary College, where we have research classrooms with 4 video cameras embedded in their structure with 4 microphones and a recording studio behind. This gives us huge capacity, cutting-edge capacity that doesn't exist anywhere else in Australia. We've developed research protocols for working in those schools, which have now been negotiated with the Education Department so that we've cut through a lot of the bureaucracy around ethical approval for that type of research to increase our capabilities there. We've conducted one study at Roseworth, one conducted by Cathy Moore, looking at the way pre-service teachers on teaching practice in those schools can use video as a form of feedback to improve their practice. Cardi is leading a second study there with the teachers who are employed in the school to develop a new professional learning model based on a video club structure. In terms of capacity building, we've embedded 5 staff who are doing PhDs in our CRN. What we've done is we've used the funding to buy them out from other responsibilities for 1 semester to enable them to capture their research data. Those staff meet with our research team fortnightly and with others involved in video research where we work on our theorisation, on our data analysis methods and things like that. In terms of grants, we've partnered the University of Melbourne in a LEAF grant looking at new 3G methods of transferring data from cameras into cloud back to black boxes so that it can be tagged live as the data is being collected. We're planning to develop an OLT grant with the Victoria University and the University of Melbourne. Cardiff submitted an ECU Early Career Researcher grant to introduce 3-dimensional video. Nobody in Australia is using 3-dimensional video at this stage. It is a camera that captures video in the round and can be manipulated to give you a 3D and totally immersive experience within the classroom. We've presented a symposium at AERA in Vancouver in April, and we have 2 symposia accepted for AARE in Sydney in December. We think there's a lot of potential for cross-group collaboration with Donna's group, and I think possibly with Kobe's group, particularly with our analytical methods, and with our Centre for Research in Learning and Teaching in Higher Education to have much more effective research around teaching and learning in the university itself, and there is potential to win OLT grants in that area. Thank you.